Hello, my friends. We're going to do another little talk on breathing. Yesterday, I did a short video on Ujjayi breathing, which is a fundamental breath. Nothing very special about it. It is a calming breath. It is great for reducing stress, for helping us sleep, for helping us focus as well. Ujjayi translates to victorious breath, and it is simply making that ha sound as if we're fogging up a bathroom mirror. We do it with the mouth shut, through the nose, on the inhalation, on the exhalation. Doesn't have to be done for any specific breath count. Doesn't have to be done for a specific number of rounds. We don't have to do any mudra. It is just simply making that sound. The very, very slight constriction of the throat. Wonderful breath. And it really can have a profound impact on our state of mind, to be able to relax, to reduce stress. Very good, very, very, very great breath. And it's good to introduce breath work with that because of the simplicity. And because you can use it in many of the other breath works that we'll be talking about. But today I want to talk about the real basics. Examining the breath, checking in. How am I breathing now? How am I breathing now? And how am I breathing now? Times of stress, we're going to breathe often, not exclusively, but very often. If you check in, you'll notice a pattern. Breathing high in the chest. Am I breathing through the mouth? Am I not breathing from the diaphragm? My shoulders tense, my neck tense, is my brow furrowed? And then we can begin to relax. Just by noticing that, everything changes through the lens of awareness. So we just check in on the body. When we're in a position that we know that we're stressed, or when we're about to enter a situation where we know there's a high likelihood that we will become stressed, we can practice our breath, we can examine the body, just being aware, practice awareness, and then we practice relaxation. And then we introduce a different way of breathing. The breath is amazing in how it can change our state of mind, our emotional state, in as little as 10 breaths. So we check in, we see again how we're breathing, and now we introduce a different pattern, as well as a different intention. As we know that we're already tense, we know that we're stressed, we know that we're suffering anxiety, anger, whatever it might be, we don't really need to examine it. We don't need to say why. The intent is already there. Now we want a different intent. And the intent is calm. The intent is peace. The intent is relaxation, and to be responsive instead of reactive. So we check in on the breath. We note all that stuff mentioned previously, and now we begin to breathe through the nose. One change, breathing in through the nose, exhaling through the nose. Nothing special, just breathing through the nose. Then we check in with our diaphragm. Is my belly expanding? In, out. Nice and simple. 2 little things, and things begin to change automatically. You're not going to be tense. Anxiety is going to start to leave. Stress is going to start to leave as you breathe through the nose and you breathe through the diaphragm, and you enter that intent of calm and peace. Infinite love. That's it. Whatever thoughts work for you as you breathe. You're breathing in peace. You're exhaling calm. You're breathing in peace. You're exhaling calm. Now we can start working with the breath count. And we can use the Ujjayi breath that I had mentioned before. Now we're going to do breathing in for 4, exhaling for 4. Do just a couple rounds of it right now. Breathe in for 4. It was 5 rounds. We can do 10 rounds of that. Man, I got relaxed just doing that. I almost fell asleep. The There's an immediacy to it. Breathing in for 4, exhaling for 4. Note the briefest pause. Holding my breath, not really holding it. I'm just allowing that natural pause. And I exhale and I allow that natural pause. 10 rounds. You can do more than 10 rounds. You can do 10 rounds and come back to it in a few minutes later. This is what would be categorized as water breathing method, meaning that it can be done if you need a little boost of energy, and it can also help calm you down. Water category means it mixes with everything. It's neutral. But we can easily change this very same breath into a whiskey category breathing method, which is heavy duty. This will really relax you. This will prepare you for sleep. It will shift you all the way fully into the parasympathetic state of mind, energy state. So we would breathe in for count of 4. I breathe out for count of 8. All nasal breathing. If you note the breath, it's very quiet. I'm using the Ujjayi breathing because it works as like a control valve on a hose. Instead of the air rushing out on my exhalation, it's nice and controlled by using that constriction of the throat. Very slight. I'm not seeing how loud I can do the Ujjayi breathing. I'm just doing it very. You can do this anytime you deeply need to relax. It's the perfect breath before you go to bed. You can do it as you're lying on your back, getting ready to sleep. I've talked about my part of my sleep hygiene routine. I do what I consider holy reading, contemplative reading. I'll pick a book, the Bhagavad Gita, the Tao Te Ching, the Dhammapada. It could be the Bible, whatever's holy for you. But you want something that stood the test of time. It's been around forever, and something that helps you relax, even if it's boring, because you don't want to overstimulate the mind before you go to bed. So I did just some reading, just a little bit. It also relaxes the eyes, and it helps me. All the stuff I've done on the computer, online, it just brings me away from that different state of consciousness. And then I'll turn off the light. I lay on my back. And I breathe in for 4, briefest pause. I exhale for 8. Now, if you want to supercharge that, now we're going to go with the mudra, pranayama mudra, the Vishna mudra. That's just pulling first 2 fingers back. The thumbs up is like the hang 10. Technically, the fingers should be together. My fingers never stay together. Don't worry about it. And if you can't do that, do that. We're not going to clasp the nose, though. We're just going to close off one side. We're going to exhale through the left. The exhalation is the key to relaxation. The longer the exhalation, lowers the blood pressure, lowers the heart rate, brings us deeper, deeper, and deeper into that parasympathetic. So I go into my mudra. I breathe in for a count of 4. 10 rounds. A round is in and a round is out. That's 1 round right there. In and out. Very powerful breath. And you can do that laying on your back before you go to sleep. Both of those, either one of those. You can do it during the day. It's going to help you relax. You do it at night. It's going to help you get to sleep. And you can do it as often as needed through the night. If you get up, go to the bathroom. I'm 59 years old. That happens to me at least once a night. And you go and you lay on your back. Sometimes you have a hard time falling back asleep. Breathe your way to sleep. Breathe your way to calm. Breathe your way to peace. When you are at peace, you're spreading peace. The world becomes more peaceful. One breath at a time, one person at a time. Let me know if you have any questions. Um, Tomorrow, I think we might cover annulum vilome, alternate nostril breathing. Another very powerful technique. And we can do that part of our meditation routine. As a matter of fact, if you're adverse for whatever reason to sitting in meditation, this covers all the issues of meditation. 10 breaths or so, takes about 5 minutes. Very, very powerful. We do it with a breath retention. I do it with a breath retention. You don't necessarily have to. And you work your way up, sort of like a scale, that it has more and deeper, profound effects as you're working with those breath retentions and lengthening the exhalation. Inhalation will always say 4, but we'll work with that tomorrow. Again, it covers meditation as well as the 5th limb of yoga, pratyahara, which I know I mispronounced, which is withdrawal of the senses, because your eyes are closed, you're using a mudra, back and forth. You can focus on that third eye, and when you enter that breath retention, everything is so still and so quiet. You are taking a vacation from the outer world, and you are exploring the restfulness, the stillness of the interior world. We'll cover that tomorrow. Guys, take care.